Come on, George.
Every time.
Hey, everybody. It's Orlando and Amora with
Hi,
Strong
guys.
Soul Warriors Facebook page, Strong Soul Massage and Reiki, and George.
George featuring.
Hello, everybody.
I'm also, Blue Tarot as well as CannaBlu Tarot.
Yeah. So it's our first time streaming live on YouTube, so bear with us. We tried to share this over to Facebook, so hopefully everything's working correctly. Tonight's video is focusing on spirit animal readings and also balancing the feminine and masculine energies, the right and left side of the brain. So today is also Small Business Saturday, hashtag shop small. So we just wanted to thank everybody who's been
Sorry, I was making sure we're live. We're definitely live. We're good.
Who's been sharing our posts, liking our posts. Thank you. Yeah, so basically keeping it local helps support the community.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, if you guys know small businesses, if you can drop them in the comments or link, or definitely you can just DM us either way, too. We definitely want to go ahead and put out other businesses and let people know what's going on, whether it be in Colorado, Ohio, Kansas, New York, basically anywhere.
Yeah, we do offer distance services, oracle card readings and tarot readings and Reiki, distant Reiki. So those are things we can offer virtually to people in other states as well. It is also Giving Tuesday coming up December 1st. So we wanted to mention, if you guys are in the position where you're able to help other people, we encourage you to do so. We post charities on our pages depending on certain days. For example, World AIDS Day is coming up, so we'll run a charity on our page on Tuesday for that. We're also running a charity to help support our business. We're looking to set a stable, permanent location in San Luis. Getting all the supplies we need for that. We have a location set out and all that good stuff. So it looks like things are slowly falling in place. However, with COVID, it's been really hard to get steady clientele. So any help is greatly appreciated, whether it be donations or just sharing, liking this video, getting the word out there for us.
Yeah, definitely tell your friends about us. I mean, if anything, we're all bored, we're sitting at home, what more do you have to do than watch, two cousins hang out and make jokes? Or, just laugh a little bit.
So I own a small business. I put Strong Soul Massage and Reiki together about a year and a half ago, 2019. Yeah. So it's been slow. I moved from Commerce City recently, so I have a few clients here at my home base. But most of my clientele is up there in the city, so the transition has been kind of hard for me. So any help, like I said, is greatly appreciated. Just sharing, putting a word out there for us. We offer several different services. I'll start with massage and Reiki. So for 30 minutes, if you come to our location, we have a little room in our home we set up as a massage studio. It's $40 for a half hour for a 30-minute session, $70 for an hour. And I also do out call to your homes as well. So for an hour, that would start at $100. In studio, which means at my place, for a 90-minute massage is $100. Out call is $130. A 2-hour session at my place is $125, or a mobile massage is $150. So that's one service we do offer, we follow proper COVID-19 measures and precautions. We're really careful about that. We have a certain protocol that we stick to, and we're very strict about using and following.
Obviously, Colorado guidelines, we have to abide by those rules. Yeah. So we definitely do. And then, of course, if we go into someone else's home as well, like we only obviously ask that it's kind of kept up. We typically do burn sage. And so if you do have any allergies, anything like that, that's something we will discuss. So, we do go through a deep and full consultation. So that way, exactly what you're paying for, what you're getting, as well as knowing that you're going to be safe, your family members are going to be safe, and
we have consent papers as well that we will have you sign. We are an actual LLC, so everything we are doing is legal, and we follow the books and whatnot when it comes to following the state rules. You can find my massage therapist license number on the website if you would like to look into that. I've been a massage therapist since 2014, so about 7 or 6 years now. Yeah, so I've been in the industry. I feel like it's been a while. These last 7 years have felt like a decade to me. So,
and he's a great.
I feel like I'm really experienced. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I really know what I'm doing. So hit me up if you're in pain or need injury recovery or want to be preventive in when it comes to that type of stuff.
And then while we're still on prices as well, as far as tarot readings go, my prices are roughly the same. They do differ just a little bit. And of course, you can contact me too. But we do go by time. So an hour is $50. But the time slot can be anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half. So, definitely plan for an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes is $35 and a 15-minute is $25 with me. Both of us require a 50% retainment for an appointment. But yeah, like I said, definitely just message us too if you have any questions or concerns.
Actually, booking online, we actually have you pay ahead of time so that the price is firm. There is an option to tip us, but of course that ain't required. But it's really appreciated. We do put a lot of time and effort into this hobby and perfecting our practice and whatnot.
It takes a lot of energy too, doing readings. Like we were actually discussing that earlier because I was like, if we pull cards for a lot of people, it definitely takes a lot out of you.
It ends up taking a lot of time as well. So we did have a few holiday specials we're running for Cyber Monday and Black Friday. For 30 minutes, we're doing $30, and as she said, for an hour, we're doing $50. And for Cyber Monday, if you book anywhere between now, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, a service of $30 value or more, you will receive a free sachet of sage and also a free crystal, whether it's a in-person healing service or distant, we'll mail it to you if that be the case. So that's something we're offering for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And also, we do sell gift cards. There's a gift card link in this description. So with holidays coming up, a lot of people feel like they can't afford to take care of themselves or whatnot. So let your loved ones know we have gift cards. Ask Santa for a massage or an oracle reading. And if you can, get it for someone else. Everybody loves something a little different and out of the box. So just an idea for holiday gifts or whatever.
Plus, it's COVID. It's not like we could go anywhere. Everyone wants to hang out and talk about life and just kind of BS a little bit. So that kind of gives you a chance to do that. Like, we get to interact with you, you get to interact with us. Plus, you know, the divine, your God, our God, whatever God you want to refer to, gives you an outlook.
And when we do go on mobile healing services such as massage or Reiki, sometimes it's the both of us. If that makes you feel more comfortable, the both of us will go. If you have a spouse or anyone else in your household, a roommate, Amora will hang out with them while I do your massage. Just a way to introduce ourselves and get you comfortable and able to trust us. If you're not comfortable with both of us being in your home, especially during COVID, I will travel alone, but we will confidentially share the location just to ensure the safety of the therapist and whatnot. So that's just kind of how our mobile service works. And also, we just ask you have enough space for me to freely move around the table, set up. What else is important about?
I said,
the COVID outcalls. Of course, I'll wear a mask the whole time during the session. We ask you wear a mask while you're face down, and we prefer you wear a mask when you're face up. However, by law, it's not required to, but it makes us feel a little more comfortable. Um, we use gloves to change the linen, to handle the linens after the massage. We sanitize and wash our hands before touching the client and directly after touching the client, and in between touching any surfaces or products, stuff like that. So we're very careful about COVID-19, the pandemic, and we do our best to prevent the spread. Um, so tonight's readings were focused on spirit animal oracle cards, and I'm using the deck. It's by Jamie Sams and David Carson, illustrations by Angela Wernicke, and they are called medicine cards, which I'll explain what medicine cards are in a minute and what animal medicine is. This particular deck is the discovery of power through the ways of animals. So it doesn't look like we have very many viewers right now, so we're going to take a break and just share for a moment. See if we could get any more viewers, and we'll be right back. So hang with us, everybody.
Yeah. The music playing in the background, we don't own any rights to it. It's basically just chill music I found, just for noise. While we're sitting here, I do want to say it is also Native American Heritage Month. I'm not too sure if anyone's familiar with it or when it started, how it started. I believe it was 1986.
I don't know.
Oh no, I did some research earlier today. Yeah. Oh
yeah.
So in 1986, the Congress went ahead and approached the president, and they were like, "Hey, you want to know what? We should have, a recognition of the Native people being here first." So what they went ahead and did is took out a week and a month. Yeah, just a week and a month. And we're like, you want to know what this is? Native American History Week, right? Well, this basically went on up until 1992, 96, something crazy like that. I'm like, hold on, I got notes, guys. So, but really though, yeah. So it was in 1986 when the first Congress Act was pushed to the president, asking to recognize the American Indian as the first inhabitants of the lands. Let's see here. President Reagan and George Bush were also listed and contacted, obviously, through Congress. In November, September, and December, between 1987 and 1989. And like I said, in those months, it was only for a week per time that Native Americans were celebrated. Like, it wasn't a whole month, it was literally just a week. Like, think about that. Mind you, now it's been changed, dude. So, President George Bush ended up issuing the Presidential Proclamation 6230, which paid tribute to the rich history and culture of American Indian tribes in 1991 Congress, right? Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. November. Yeah, so it wasn't even in a month until 1994. So, like, imagine that. Like, I was literally born in 92. In 92. Like, people are literally just waking up and now being like, hey, Native Americans deserve an entire month. And, oh, some BS. They picked November because of Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like, if you do some research, they picked November because of Thanksgiving. And I'm like, that's kind of rude considering, you know, all the genocide after that. But obviously, this information is like, you know, something that people should know. But this also is in relation to animals, you know, the circle of life, us all being in connection. So I have my Native American Oracle cards here by Laura Kuhn. I'm going to just show you guys because this makes my life easier. But there's those.
Yeah, and also when it comes to Native American heritage, my Reiki, I was actually trained Reiki with a shamanic twist. So my teacher incorporates a lot of spirit animal folklore and whatnot into her Reiki practice. Makes it really interesting. A lot of Native American legends, stories, myths, beliefs, traditions. So it makes it really interesting.
Thanks for joining, Antoinette.
Shout out. What's up? We were just talking about Native American Heritage Month and Shop Small, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. We have a few specials going on. If you're interested, hit us up. We're just basically saying for Shop Small, how much we appreciate those who have been sharing and liking our posts. And we know you have been a top fan. We think you still are the top fan. So
Hey.
Thank you. We really appreciate you sharing our stuff and whatnot. So thanks a lot. So Amara was just sharing some facts about Native American Heritage Month.
Basically how it became. And I mean, honestly, I personally just don't believe Native Americans get all the benefits they deserve. And honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I can go on forever as far as the rant goes.
How the land was stolen, how traditions and everything were just uprooted, or basic rights.
They were taken away, is what they were. Like, their entire culture, their entire life, their entire being was taken away. You know, and that's just
their
something
entire
that's not
world. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Like, seriously, they made them cut their hair, change their language, force them to believe in Catholicism, Christianity, believe in their God. If they didn't, then, you know, they would be killed. I mean, a lot of women were taken and raped.
Hello, Sarah.
Forced into marriages. Hi, Sarah. Woo-woo. Hey, you guys could share this to your page, share it to your friends. I mean, come on. Why not? Tell Nikki to watch this.
You're our first 2 viewers, so we set out tonight. We said we're going to give 2 people free readings. So if you would like to be those 2 people, just say so in the comments, and you're our 2 people tonight.
Hey, so exciting.
Thank you for sharing.
Definitely appreciate it.
So since it is Native American Heritage Month, we decided to go ahead with spirit animal readings tonight as the focus. I was also sharing I was trained in Reiki with a shamanic twist. I'm a level 2 Reiki practitioner as well as a licensed massage therapist. So we do offer those services, which you can find more information about in the description. And the deck I am using tonight is a medicine card deck, and it is by Jamie Sams and David Carson, illustrated by Angela Wernicke. And it's called The Discovery of Power Through the Ways of Animals. And they're very powerful cards. So basically, what animal medicine is, of course, there's like the kind the veterinary would focus on or whatever, but that's not the kind of animal medicine we're talking about. We're talking about spirituality and animal medicine relating to that. So basically, you look at a certain animal and you take the strong traits and characteristics and even their weaknesses of that animal and you analyze it. You see how you could incorporate their strengths into your life. And sometimes we look at animals as weak or kind of odd in a sense. We could also look into that same animal into their weak areas and see where we need strengthening in our own lives and our own bodies. So that's basically what animal medicine is just calling upon spirit animal guides for extra strength, and also for those who are superstitious and believe in premonitions and stuff like that. When you see animals, they actually are messengers from the divine or spirit. So if you look into it and research it, every animal has a different message that they are trying to teach you. And they've been documented throughout different generations and ancestors.
Speaking of which, in Native American culture, they actually believe that when you would die, you would pass a bridge, and on this bridge, it would be all the animals you've encountered within your lifetime, or that lifespan specifically. And whether you were good or bad towards those animals determined whether you were gonna, go into heaven or that great afterlife. So other people believe that you're born as an animal in one life and then, reincarnated as something else in another life, whether that be another animal or a bug or anything else, So it just kind of depends. But animals definitely associate with our energies, with the energies around you. So we're going to pull some cards here.
In tonight's video, along with the animal readings, you'll see how it will all tie in a moment. But we're also focusing about talking about feminine and masculine energies
because
and
that
how to balance them.
Yes.
No matter our gender, we all have feminine and masculine qualities that it's important to remember to keep in balance.
Time out. So not just qualities, like energies, features,
yes.
Anything. And a lot of people think that if you're a male, if you have any sort of, feminism, that's bad. Like you can't wear makeup and still just be completely straight. Like, oh my God. But you totally can, right? I mean, there was Prince, dude. He could get anyone. So kind of off track, but anyways, balancing that and how that relates to the left and right brain as well, correct?
Yes, and I'll read a little excerpt from a book I have.
So you should show them the book real quick.
And it is one of my Reiki books, actually. I got this when I completed Reiki 2. It's called Inner Gifts Uncovered, the Complete Reiki Second Degree Manual, Expanding the Path in Self-Empowerment in Reiki. So it's by Marnie Vincolisi. By the way, I took my Reiki class at the Healing Arts Center in Arvada, Colorado. It's actually in St. Andrew Lutheran Church, and it was put together by a business called GEAF Gifts, and the owner's name is Gail Fowler. She's an awesome Reiki
Shout out,
master.
Gail.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Arvada, hit her up. She's amazing.
Arvada, Colorado.
She has a metaphysical shop as well in St. Andrew Lutheran Church. So yeah.
It's amazing, by the way. We love going to metaphysical shops. So if you have questions or concerns of where to go in Colorado,
we
Denver
know where they're
metro
all
area,
at. We know what ones to hit up.
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
We could tell you the specific order to go.
Exactly. Yeah, like specific order and like the perfect time frame too. So like you're not wasting any time, as well as the best restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, and margaritas.
And dispensaries.
That too.
Just kidding.
No, you're not.
Okay. So there are times when the information received is not adequate to make a clear decision. One must then use deductive reasoning along with intuition in order to choose the appropriate action. Thinking in this way uses the rational left brain and the instinct of the right brain simultaneously. Many people use only one side of their brain at a time, which will not allow clear information to be processed. By using the left brain, it's the logical side, the sequential side, the rational side, analytical side, objective side, and it looks at parts. So that's the side that questions everything. That's the side that keeps us in line, questioning whether we're making the right decisions and whatnot. The analytical, the rational, the logical.
That's why when you look to, your left side, you're always like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the right brain is our random side of the brain. This is the brain I feel like we should use more in our daily lives. So it's the random side of the brain, the intuitive side,
spontaneous,
holistic, the creative, subjective, and it looks at the whole picture rather than just little parts. So if you stick around to the end of the video or just want to come back or catch this video later, we're going to do an exercise to help balance the left side and the right side of our brain, as well as the masculine and feminine energies. So stick around for that if you're interested. I have notes here, so we're making sure we're talking about everything we'd like to talk about. So I think
we'll stay on track.
I think we're ready to get into the readings. So earlier, as a practice run, me and Amora and I try to have proper English here.
We live in the valley. There is no such thing as proper English.
We talk Spanglish. So,
Spanglish. Seriously, like I get so caught up in like mispronunciating so many words. Or
mispronunciating.
What? Was I not supposed to say it like that? See?
I think it's mispronouncing. Mispronunciating.
Sarah, don't you start with me. I could already hear you. I could already hear.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So I don't know. Seems we still have 3 viewers. We're still waiting for 2 comments. The first 2 people to type "I want a reading" get a free reading
Sarah.
tonight.
She's saying she's sharing. Tell these people it's lit, bro.
Yeah, so the reading I'm offering today is a 2-card draw, and it is the Father Sky and Mother Earth reading. And it will give you 2 spirit animals. And I'll read a little bit more about what this reading entails. So this particular spread, the Mother Earth and Father Sky spread, is a method for balancing yourself when times are hectic and you feel there is need to rid yourself of confusion. So with everything going on right now, COVID-19, employment issues, all that stuff, it seems like everybody has a little sense of confusion right now. So every being has 2 sides to its personality, as we were talking about. The female side or self and the male side or self. Your male side is warrior energy, not warlike energy, but rather demonstrative energy. It is the side of you that has the courage to move forward, and the part of your being that is the protector of all you create. The male portion of you chooses to move forward into the world and seek adventure or to put ideas into action. It can be the father within who is always there to teach and console you. It can also be the medicine man within who knows how to heal you with his shamanistic ways. To Father Sky relates to the right side of the body. So this is where we're going to start integrating the body with the brain. So um, Father Sky relates to the right side of the body, which is ruled by the left brain. This is where it gets a little confusing. So the left brain, again, the logical, analytical side of the brain, controls the right side of our body, which is the masculine side of the body. Um, so the Father Sky card is the present embodiment of these aspects of yourself. So whatever this card comes up for you as the Father Sky card, this animal attributes to your masculine characteristics, if that makes sense. And same with the Mother Earth card, it will relate to the feminine side. So if you want to go ahead and read the Mother Earth side, since she's, you know, feminine energy, I'll have her read.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. So,
From what I'm told.
Just read up to like that great mystery, so like Mother Earth.
All right. The Mother Earth side of the body is the left side, the female side, which is ruled by the right brain.
Intuitive side, right brain, connects to the left side of the body, which is the feminine side. Mm-hmm. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah. So once again, it's ruled by the right brain or intuitive side of the mind. The female, repetitive side of your nature knows how to allow the manifestation of life and how to receive goodness through the process of allowing all things their time. It is the goddess energy, the anima, the mother within, the wise woman, and the enchantress, as well as the little girl. The Mother Earth card is the nurturing side of your nature that houses the creative force within the great mystery of all that exists. The idea that will be reality and have material form are all seeds in time, space of intuitive side of your nature. Female energy may be mysterious because it is constantly giving birth to new ideas and life form, hence the changeability of women. This card is your creative nature and your ability to receive those ideas from the great mystery.
Yeah. So that explains what the Mother Earth card represents, the feminine energies and all her characteristics. So when we do this reading, what it's set to do is balance those energies as well as give you some clarity, hoping to calm you down in times of confusion.
Give you something to do. Give you something to laugh about. Yeah. Give you something to look forward to every day.
They're basically like cool little animal stories relating to Native American heritage culture. So who doesn't love that? Just get a hot cup of tea, something good to drink, find a comfortable place, an ice cold glass of water.
Another thing I wanted to add too is, that duality of good and bad, feminine, masculine energy.
Yin and yang.
Exactly. And, having light and dark, that's consistent with anything. And, when they say we're all one, that's literally what it means. Like, it's that simple that people almost can't comprehend it because we oversimplify, which causes us to overthink and honestly just complicate things. But with any tarot reading, you have your earth, wind, fire, water. You have your 12 signs, and by signs, I mean astrological signs typically. Each deck, is kind of written towards whatever that artist or that author wanted to define, I guess, or, have you interpret it or the way they wanted you to interpret it. And of course, just because I have a certain deck or he has the same deck as me, like doesn't mean that we're gonna read them the same or interpret them the same. Another thing is too, if you read cards, let us know. We would love to tell people about you. Maybe we can do a live together. We could talk. It's something where we're all not gonna vibe.
We have to vibe with our tribe.
Exactly.
We have to find the right tribe. Not everyone's gonna like what we're doing. People are gonna think we're woo-woo and crazy, but they're the crazy ones.
So there's actually a woman I love to watch. Shout out Blashane69. She's probably not watching this, but if you ever do, she's the best. She always says, if you don't like my shit, get up out my shit. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't people please people and waste your energy and time and then wonder why these people don't like you and then try to change yourself. Like, that's not good for you. They don't like you, then bye. They're lost. Anyhow.
Yeah, so readings are something we do take seriously. We do these readings with a heavy heart. We put a lot of intention and intuition into them. It takes a lot of practice to kind of get accurate, and I'd say we've gotten pretty damn good, pretty damn accurate. So we love your feedback. We're still learning.
That's why the journey just came out as I'm shuffling, okay? The journey. And it's crazy because he's black and white. That duality right there showing, excuse me, the good and the bad in everything.
And I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the oracle spreads I have available with the journey cards, the animal journey cards. I could do the typical traditional 3-card spread, present, past, future for you. I have a 4-card spread, which is called the butterfly spread, focusing on the 4 directions, north or east, south, west, and north is the way they go. We always start at east. I also have a 5-card Moon Lodge spread as well as Sun Lodge spread. I have I'll post all the descriptions of what these particular spreads are for, as well as a 7-card pathway spread and a it would end up being a 9-card totem animal spread.
And mind you, this is all exclusive to his readings, the way he does it, and that's the only way you could access these readings specifically, okay?
Is by actually booking a session, because these readings from this particular medicine card book will take a while. And I do read the Native American story, but I do give in my own intuition and analyzation into it as well. And just discussing these stories with somebody, trying to relate to them, it helps bring a lot of buried emotions and trauma up to the surface for healing, which we all need to move through in order to heal on a physical level. So Reiki is different in a sense of massage, because when you get massage, you're working on the physical body. What Reiki and oracle cards kind of do is they work on all 4 body planes, which is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So Reiki and anything spiritual touches all of those body planes, which enhances the process of healing the physical body. And there is a theory out there that for every ailment, for every sore body part, for every dis-ease, there is a emotion, an underlying emotion that you have not worked through that is causing that discomfort to happen. So that's what we are trying to identify during these oracle card and Reiki sessions. Yeah, so it's for people that need a spiritual awakening, if you would say, or people who already are spiritually awakened who
Want
just
some
needs
insight?
to
Like,
keep
even
up
if you
on
don't
that
believe in
journey.
this and you're like, I'm gonna go in there
It's
and see what it's
entertaining.
about.
It's for
And
entertainment
then
purposes
the
only.
cards
We
are
don't.
like,
I've been attuned to second degree Reiki, which some people would claim give you psychic or intuitive abilities once you're attuned. However, it's more of practice makes perfect. Everybody has psychic abilities. We just have to learn how to use them.
You know how there's all these superheroes and all this stuff? Like, I bet you those people like really existed.
Yeah.
Magical powers and stuff. We're gonna be like those crazy white people, even though we're not white, in Crestone.
Well, I don't know. That life, I wouldn't mind living in Crestone on the mountain.
I'm just kidding. It's actually
It is
beautiful up there.
It is really beautiful. I mean, we basically live the same lifestyle, just on the opposite side of the range.
Yeah.
So we're basically, I don't know. I think we're like an hour and a half from Crestone, maybe.
Yeah, like almost 2 hours. I think, yeah, we're closer to New Mexico than anything else. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I cannot travel to New Mexico for mobile massages yet. So,
if you're from New Mexico,
if there's interest in that, hit me up and I could get licensed for it. It shouldn't be. Right now, you guys are under lockdown though. So.
Yeah, so.
And Alamosa is red, so we have to keep a close eye on that. Just making sure we're following everything. All the rules.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, if the weather's good and depending on how business goes, we may be making trips to Denver, Aurora, that area. However, we would have to have multiple appointments booked. Like, it would be something where it would be like an all-day gig for us or multiple days. It wouldn't be just something where, we would go for one person and then come right back. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's not a far drive and we like going and visiting, so it's kind of a plus for us. But, traveling's not a hard no. So that's always a good thing.
So it looks like Sarah and Antoinette are still with us.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting for you guys to consent to readings if you would like to be our lucky 2.
Yes.
So just type in the comments whether you consent to it.
And mind you, like, not all our readings, like, obviously if you contact us, then like we can do it. Either we just like create a video and send it to you, or we can, go live together. Like, and I mean like live on Facebook. I mean like
video messenger, Facebook Messenger. We could
one-on-one.
I also do Zoom calls. I can set up my old Skype account if I.
There's the Google something. I don't know. But there's all kinds
There's
of
plenty
stuff.
of options for virtual sessions, virtual meetups.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to let you go ahead and get to your pool. Are you ready? Oh, Sarah said she will. Good girl. Yeah. Okay.
So are we doing a reading for Sarah?
Yeah, go for it. So, I'll let Orlando go first for you, Sarah. And then when he's done with your reading, I'll go ahead and explain like what I'm going to do and what card I'm pulling, okay?
So again, this is the Father, Sky, and Mother Earth reading. So the Father, Sky card gives an insight to your masculine characteristics, and the Mother Earth card gives insight to your feminine characteristics. And each card has an animal, and those are the characteristics we're going off of. I think you get that. Sorry, we just blabber and like mix our words up after a while. And then we'll look at those 2 cards and analyze them, see how they connect, see how we could balance those energies together. So I'm just going to clear the energy from these cards a little bit. As all energy from previous readings is cleared, call upon my spirit guides. And then I feel a strong presence with Eagle and Raven as my spirit guides. And we all have numerous spirit guide animals, a whole totem pole. So if you're interested in that, I could help you figure out your 9 animals. So this deck is now cleared. And this reading is for Sarah, the Mother Earth and Father Sky reading. And this reading is meant to bring balance in times of chaos, times of hectic measures. Focusing on the masculine and feminine energies and how to balance those energies. So again, I am asking the spirit animal guides for a message for Sarah. What does Sarah need to hear this evening? So I'm pulling the Father Sky. Now I'm pulling the Mother Earth Sky, or the Mother Earth card. And your Mother Earth card is Elk.
Which elk meat is delicious, by the way. Side note, amazing.
Number 3, some people like to look at the numbers. Numbers mean things to certain people. So what I get from Alk is this is actually your feminine card, your Mother Earth card. But what I get from Alk is masculinity and also caretaker characteristics, like you protect your tribe. What else do I get from Alk? Long journeys, tough, putting up with tough fights, just having stamina, strength, endurance. Would you like to analyze Elk?
Yeah, definitely. It's so crazy because on the elk you have items hanging below him, and one of these items is like seashells. It has a leaf. It also has like horsehair, it looks like, and maybe a tooth or a claw. So it's like you have all 4 elements in one. I also believe elk, since they don't they lose their
They do. They
antlers
shed
every
their
year?
antlers.
So it's like a rebirth, or like you go through change, like no matter what hard time or anything you lose, like you always come up with more, if that makes sense. It just seems like very balanced, if that makes sense. I definitely see a lot of balance.
So again, this Elk card is representing your female side, your Mother Earth side. So the female side, which is ruled by the right brain. So again, this is where it gets confusing. Left side of the body ruled by the right brain, the intuitive side of the brain. The female receptive side of your nature knows how to allow the manifestation of life and how to receive goodness through the process of allowing all things in their time. So being patient, waiting for things to come to you instead of chasing or getting caught in endless repetitive cycles. It is the goddess energy, the anima mother within, the wise woman, and the enchantress, as well as the little girl. This card is the nurturing side of your nature that houses the creative force. Within great mystery, all things exist. The ideas that will be reality and have material form are all seeds of time, space, and the intuitive side of your nature. Female energy may be mysterious because it is constantly giving birth, like the elk constantly sheds its antlers, grows them back, giving birth to new ideas and life forms, hence the changeability of woman. This card is your creative nature and your ability to receive those ideas from the great mystery. So I will go ahead and read the ALK definition now. Stamina, endurance. ALK, your antlers reach for the sun. Show me that strength and stamina are one. And hang with us. These stories are a little lengthy. That's why we limited down to two people tonight. But they're really interesting and they're really heartwarming. So, um, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Alk wandered through the forest looking for a partner. The mating season was in full swing, and the buck that usually traveled with the other males had dispersed to find mates for the season. As Alk bellowed his mating call through the forest, his bugling alerted Mountain Lion that a feast could be in the making. Mountain Lion circled Alk, getting closer to his prey moment by moment. Alk sensed the impending danger when the forest grew suddenly silent. He broke for the high country when he spotted his pursuer, but Mountain Lion was far behind. As Alk made a running leap for the timberline, Mountain Lion gained on him, but Alk continued to run onward, displaying tremendous stamina. Finally, Mountain Lion gave up, having spent his energy in spurts as he tried to jump over boulders to reach Alk. Alk paced himself, making headway as he climbed skyward toward the high country. Alk had no other defense except his ability to go the distance, setting at a pace that allowed him to utilize his stamina and energy to the fullest. Alk medicine teaches that pacing yourself will increase your stamina. Alk medicine people may not be the first ones to arrive at a goal, but they always arrive without getting burned out. If you have taken too much, if you have taken on too much recently, it might be a good idea to look at how you plan to finish what you have started without ending up in the hospital. Elk have a curious kind of warrior energy because except at mating time, they honor the company of their own gender. They can call on the medicine of brotherhood or sisterhood. In discovering the strength which is gained from loving the gender that is your own, you will feel the comradeship that arises from similarity of experience. This is a special medicine that allows the friendship of others of your same sex to overcome potential competition or jealousy. If you have picked ALK medicine, you may be telling yourself to seek the company of your own gender for a while. You may need a support group to realign yourself with the stamina of the warrior-s energy that you are part of. The communication with others of your own sex allows you to air your feelings in safety and to get feedback from others who have had the same experiences. You may need a new sense of community, communication, and unity. ALK could also be telling you to look at how you are holding up physically to the stresses in your life and to pace yourself so that you maintain an equilibrium of energy over the distance you plan to cover. Vitamins or high energy foods may be one solution, along with some personal quiet time for replenishment. So again, that's your Mother Earth card. And I just think it's saying to take a step back, look at the big picture, um, slow down, try not to work so hard. Instead of working harder, work a little easier, just by taking the time.
Work smarter, saving not harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Thank you. Yeah, but pace yourself. You're doing too many things or trying to do too many things at once now. Maybe it's time to focus on one project at a time, or just pace yourself in general. Be careful. Be aware of your health, of your feelings, your surroundings. Just be protective of yourself right now. There's a lot of hunters out there, so poachers.
Wow.
So just protect yourself, save your stamina, pace steadily. Moving on to your father's sky card, masculine card. And I'll just continue to read the meanings of the cards too, because it just helps understand them a little more. So your male side is warrior energy, not warlike energy, but rather demonstrative energy. It is part of your being that is the protector of all you create. The male portion of you chooses to move forward into the world and seek adventure or put ideas into action. It can be the father within who is always there to teach or console you. It can be the medicine man within who knows how to heal you with his shamanistic ways. This card relates to the right side of the body. Left, analytical side of the mind, to the right side of the body. This card is the present embodiment of these aspects of yourself. And you got Moose. So it's really similar to Alk, somewhat. So Moose, again, endurance, stamina. I would say even more of a protective mode when you're a moose. They just seem a little meaner, a little more aggressive. So maybe like a little more of a go-getter. They also shed their antlers every year, I believe. So continually rebirthing.
From what I hear, they like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, just traveling, journey. Both of the cards together, I say they have a lot of the same characteristics. Strength, stamina, a journey.
They both have a feather too. Like what I like is with the elk, it has the 4 items hanging from it, 4 strings. You see each picture does have a bone on one of the strings. It has an arrowhead, so like being grounded. The feather's different too.
A claw. It also has a claw.
It looks like a hawk, honestly, like a hawk claw or talon, I guess you would call it. The feather looks more hawkish.
So maybe these are the wisdom or the characteristics these animals have learned from other animals along their journey.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah. So Moose is actually about self-esteem. I say I'll let you read it, then I start reading it. So, yeah.
Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness long as I live. Moose is found in the north of the medicine wheel, as is the buffalo. North represents the place of wisdom. Self-esteem is the medicine of moose because it represents the power of recognizing that wisdom has been used in a situation that recognition or a pat on the back is deserved. Moose is the largest member of the deer family and has great strength. The call of male moose is an awesome thing to hear on a musky spring night. His pride in his maleness and his desire to share his seed with a moose cow are displays of his sense of self-esteem. The bellow of a male moose can be viewed as a positive force since it represents his willingness to tell the world about his feelings. This tell the world trait contains a joyfulness which only comes with a sense of accomplishment. There is no greater joy than a job well done. Wow. This trait is therefore not a seeking of approval, but rather an enjoyment of sharing because of the spontaneous explosion of joy that comes from the deepest part of one's being. The wisdom woven through the scenario in that creation constantly brings forth new ideas and further creation. Moose is telling us that joy should be shared with pride. The wisdom in doing this shouting is that the joy is catching. In a sense, the bellowing is a way for all of us to lighten up and give ourselves or each other a well done, well done. Moose medicine. People have the ability to know when to use the gentleness of deer and when to activate the stampede of a buffalo. They understand the balance between giving orders to get things done and having a willingness to do things themselves. The wisdom of moose medicine is akin to the grandfather warrior who has long since put away his war paint and is now advising the young bucks to cool their blood. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen many things in their earth walk. Their joy lies in being the teachers of the children and in the being of the first ones to give encouragement. This is not to say being the first one to give sorry, my bad. This is not to say that moose medicine people do not use their wisdom to warn as well as to give praise, because they do. Moose medicine people know what to say, when to say it, and to whom. The elders are honored in tribal law for their gifts of wisdom, for their teaching abilities, and for the calmness they impart in counsel. If you are wise beyond your years and have the gift of moose medicine, use the gift to encourage others to learn and grow. There are many facets to the wisdom of moose medicine. If you have chosen the moose card, you have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished on your journey. This may be a habit you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight on a goal, or a new sense of self that you have found hard to earn. It is time of feeling harmonious pride and of recognizing those who aided you in the process. One good exercise in moose medicine is to write down things that you can love about yourself and your progress in life. Then apply the same things to friends, family, coworkers, and life. Don't forget to share the findings with others. They need the encouragement as much as you do. Do you want me to continue?
No, that's just, I haven't been including that. Yeah, so Moose is your father sky, masculine, and Elk is your mother earth, feminine. So meditate on what we just read to you and see if that can help you bring your energies into balance. Give me just 1 second.
Ooh, she said, wow. So it must be, striking some sort of chord. Yeah, like if, any of this information like resonates with you, these cards resonate with you, whether it be the artwork, whether it be directly what we're reading from the book or just our interpretations, leaving a comment, saying what's up, like, we really appreciate that. Just getting the word out. Like I said, just kind of gives us something to do. It amps us up.
So self-esteem and stamina. So perhaps maybe working on your self-esteem or taking that time for self-care will help you build that stamina and prepare for your journey. Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness as long as I live. And Elk, Your antlers reach for the sun. Show me that strength and stamina are one. So, maybe just finding your worthiness again, knowing that you are worthy of love, you're worthy of healing. Um, Practice your self-esteem. You're beautiful, inside and out. Everybody is divine. Um, Everybody is perfect in God's creation. So know that you do have a purpose. You're here for a reason, and the key to self-care is practicing self-esteem as well, and by doing that, that will help you reserve your stamina for when you need it, for when you need that extra push in your life. So yeah, so that's kind of what I see, kind of.
Ooh, she said so much of it resonates. Awesome. We're glad to hear.
Yeah, so I'll take a picture of these cards and also the description in the book, and we will send it to you.
If you mispronounce words because you learned them from reading. Sure. Dude, I'm so bad at reading. Sure. Like, I'm surprised I did as well as I did. So, pat myself on the back. So,
well, then, now, especially with the pandemic, we seem like we're all taking care of each other a little extra, or maybe a little more tense, a little more worrisome about ourselves and others. However, we need to remind ourselves that if we get sick, if we don't put ourselves first and foremost, then it doesn't do a lot of good for the people we're trying to take care of, right? So it's just important to take care of yourself right now. That way you're able to keep caring for those you love. The way a moose would protect her young.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of my Native American Oracle cards for you and basically just read from the book. Typically, anytime I do a one-on-one reading, my readings do kind of change and differ. I use different decks. They go really in depth. I usually like to use Oracle cards as just kind of like a basic blueprint, I guess you would say.
Basic medium.
Yeah, exactly. Like a foundation, so to speak. So I went ahead and did my shuffling for you. Numbers are a huge deal. Basically, with anything, people say our ancestors or loved ones from other dimensions or spirits, souls, anything, like they can connect with you in numbers or, send messages. In this case, I went ahead and pulled number 5, the Falcon card. Like I said, I'm just going to read this strictly from the book. It just makes it easier. Falcon equals success. Falcon is known for the ability to see clearly on several levels. First, Falcon flies high and gains a big picture view of the world. Also, some myths speak of 2 falcons, one that sees at night and one that sees in daylight. So Falcon can also see both sides of any situation. The qualities are necessary to any great strategist. In addition to clarity of vision, Falcon is like most winged creatures, a messenger of the gods, spirits, and ancestors. Disciplined and intelligent, encourages a diplomatic approach and bold actions when facing dilemmas. Symbolically, fire echoes the idea of communication with the gods. The message is rise above petty concerns and focus on what is important. So whether that be, people approaching you with pettiness just going on around you, maybe you justify other people's actions and, that allows you to go back to them or try to help them, anything like that. Just being cautious of that. Key words are success, professionalism, achievements, intuitive, I don't know, clear visions, understanding, intuitive, intuitive, insight, and diplomacy. So just finding that balance, the good and bad, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, letting yourself know that you are important. And like Orlando said, if you're not feeling good, you're not feeling right, like how are you supposed to take care of everyone else? Like if you're the person that's like kind of watching over everyone, like you see everything, whether it be good or bad. And sometimes you justify other people's actions or different things like that. But that is your Native American pool for the day. I'm also going to do a card for my Dreams of Gaia tarot, just because it's a very beautiful deck and it's a deck I like to use. So if we ever have readings, we're definitely going to be using this deck together as well as other decks. All right, so Divine, please provide us with a card for Sarah. What does Sarah need to know today? And mind you, this is just a general one card pull. Like a lot of people are like, how can this even resonate? But trust me, that card literally applied to both the cards we just pulled for Sarah. It's the exact same thing. It was basically reiterating what Orlando had just said. And let's see here. All right. And then once again, I'm just going to read a quick verse from the book just because it makes my life so much easier. So we have 14, the Queen of Water. Okay, keywords: loving, compassionate, empathetic, sensitive, vulnerable, romantic, intuitive, emotional, honesty. Key phrases: trust in your feelings and senses, look beyond the surface, a bright and positive outcome. To show vulnerability is to show strength. Are you overextending emotionally? Did we just go over that? See, I swear to God. See, it just gives you the exact same thing we were already saying. So it's not even us, okay? Like Divine's just being like, hey, look. Yeah, you need to reel it back, girl. Anyways, be the embodiment of love. Withdrawing love as punishment. Use your common sense. Let's see here. Okay, when the Queen of Water appears in your card, she signifies a very affirming and positive energy, for she is the epitome of love in all its forms. Take heart and know that bright days are ahead. So just staying positive, going with the flow, allowing things to just kind of move, knowing that Divine's there. You see there's one crab, then you see there's two little turtles there. I mean, if you've ever seen, turtles going from their shells and like trying to get into water before they get eaten, like they go through some crazy shit, but they have to do it. Like it's all part of the process, whether they like it or not, but it's there. Cancer, if you've done anything regarding like any research regarding Cancer signs, they are a very emotional side, very loving, very forgiving. But water is malleable, is how you would say, like, because you can freeze it. You know what I mean? It can turn into like fog, obviously, precipitation.
Yeah.
So exactly, like you just got to go with the flow. You got to be malleable like water, and just know that the Divine's always going to have, your highest good there for you first and foremost, no matter what.
I can hear like every 3 words.
Oh no! Oh, Antoinette, it's okay. Oh shit! She said, "Sarah said the message is loud and clear, girl. I know." Yeah. Don't even tell me. It's like, I'm just kidding. It's different, like when okay, so I have some really close friends that like to get readings or whatever, and like when they do, it's like, dude, I'm not conspiring against you. I'm like, I didn't plan to pull these cards out. I swear, Divine was just like, let me tell this girl what is up right now.
Yeah, so thanks for your feedback.
Definitely appreciate it.
We will move on to Antoinette now, since she cannot
completely hear us.
I will try to videotape this reading, or at least the audio on my phone. Try to send it to her. If I could remember how to do that.
It's fine, you got it. There, that's perfect. Just scoot it over a little bit more so that's.
Okay. So this is the Mother Earth and Father Sky reading. It's used to balance ourselves in times of hectic or chaos, hectic moments or chaotic moments. It's Mother Earth card refers to our feminine side, and the Father Sky card refers to our masculine side. So each of these cards will have a spirit animal, and whatever that animal's characteristics are, attribute to the characteristics of that side of either your feminine personality or energies and your masculine energies. And then we just kind of compare the two and see how we could bring it into balance. So again, it's integrating the left side of the brain with the right side of the brain, which the left side of our brain is the masculine side. It's it's the analytical side, the side that looks at small details, and it connects to our right body. And the opposite with the right side of our brain, that's the feminine side, intuitive side. It looks at the whole picture and connects to the left side of our body. So clearing these cards of any energy from previous readings, any negative energy, asking the animal spirit guides to come in and assist me with this reading so that only accurate and divine guidance comes through for Anthony. So this deck has now been cleared. So, spirit animals, what do you have? What message do you have for Antoinette tonight? So I am drawing your Father's Sky card, and now I am drawing your Mother Earth. That's so funny.
It's a thing.
So again, this spread is used for balancing yourself when times are hectic and you feel you need to rid yourself of confusion. The Mother Earth side of the body is the left side. Right side of the brain, though. Intuitive side of the mind. The female receptive side is your nature, knows how to allow the manifestation of life and how to receive goodness. through the process of allowing all things their time. It is the goddess energy, the anima, the mother within, the wise woman, enchantress, and the little girl. Mother Earth is the nurturing side of your nature that houses the creative force. Within the great mystery, all things exist. The ideas that will be reality and have material forms are all seeds in the time, space, and the intuitive side of your nature. The female energy may be mysterious because it is constantly giving birth to new ideas and life forms. Hence, the changeability of women. This card is your creative nature and your ability to receive those ideas from the great mystery. So, do you want to read her feminine card, her Mother Earth card? And the number is 36, and it is Lizard, dreaming.
Lizard, will you dream with me? Travel across the stars? Beyond the place of time and space? The live visions from afar? Lizard sat longing in the shadow of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to coil up and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side behind his enormous closed lids. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened and he saw Snake. Snake, you scared me. What do you want? Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. Lizard, you're always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me? Lizard thought for a moment, then agreed. Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go on the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me. Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed, how could I bother you, Lizard? All you're doing is sleeping. Lizard smiled knowingly. Oh, Snake, you are such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping. I'm dreaming. Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained. Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see? That is why that's why I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you and I know you're full of a mouse. Snake was taken back. Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wondered why you said you would share your rock. Lizard laughed to himself. Snake, he said, you are looking for shade and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where the dreams live. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. Lizard could have created getting eaten by the snake if he had desired. Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting, but it is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up with you, or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or reoccurring pattern. If you do not remember your dreams, you could try setting a music alarm for 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Or you could try drinking a lot of water before bedtime and allow your bladder to wake you up. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them.
And that's funny because I think we've had this discussion in some of the angel card readings I've done for you. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure the pay attention to your dreams card has came up for you. So again, if you haven't started keeping a dream journal, definitely do so. Or what I like to do, a good way for me to remember my dreams is when I wake up and I remember, say, what the hell, that was a weird dream. I Google it, and as crazy as the dream sounds, there's usually someone's already usually analyzed the dream and put it up on the internet. Um, so it's interesting to look into those for insight. And what I like to do is share what I dreamed on Facebook. Sometimes I don't say it's my dream. I just say dream interpretation of whatever, and I post the what the internet said it means. And then when it comes back on like my memory, I could, you know, look into it again or see how my life has changed since then. Or even just as I scroll past my timeline, it's always there for you to go back and see and remember you had that crazy dream that one day. um, and also dreaming in general, being a dreamer, chasing those dreams. Sometimes we get caught in the corporate world. Sorry, I don't know what camera to look at, so I feel kind of weird. But yeah, just remember to follow your dreams. Anything's possible. It's never too late to start over again. Being aware of other people as well. Sometimes they might try to interfere with your goals or dreams. However, you need to set those boundaries, like Lizard was doing with the snake. Stay over there, stay in that shade spot over there. I already share I'm sharing my rock with you. What else do you want? Stay in that other shady spot, you know. So set your boundaries, that way you can help yourself. First and foremost, self-care, that way you're able to care for other people. So that's my interpretation of the lizard card. Did you have anything else to say about it?
Lizards, they typically are like cold-blooded, so maybe you hide your emotions or your feelings, things like that. Maybe you're like cool, calm, and collected, or if you're not cool, calm, and collected, that's something you need to focus on and work on. With these cards, of course, it can go either direction. Like it could be you, it could be what surrounds you. For this specific reading, obviously, it does pertain more to you than anyone else. But being calm, being giving, keeping that positive mindset, and knowing that if you're positive, positive outcomes, positive things are going to happen around you. It's basically like a ripple effect, or like, when dominoes fall, the domino effect, and you line up all kinds of dominoes. One thing hits and it kind of just keeps going. And I do want to go ahead and say too, like it also has an antler on here. So antlers, as they like shed, they come and go.
Endurance,
also has
stamina.
Exactly. It also has
self-esteem, as she was saying, emotions. You might hide emotions that cause you to be self-conscious or have self-esteem issues. Strengthen that throat chakra, work on expressing yourself at all levels, as painful as it may be, and that will help you overcome some of those barriers or boundaries you have set for yourself, for example. Perhaps it's time to overcome them. Stop being afraid of the snake because you already know they're going after mice and not the lizard. Sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
No, you're fine.
I was like, wait.
You're like, before I forget. But yeah, I mean, there's always room for other people, especially if you have that room, you know what I mean? If you think someone's out to get you, or, is coming out to like hurt you, like obviously that's kind of what's gonna happen. I think we've all kind of been through that. We put like, it, almost like karma, basically.
Yeah. Law of attraction. The more you focus on the negative, the more negative will draw into your life. And we all like to have self-pity parties sometimes. We all do it. I'm guilty. She's guilty. But but it's overcoming that negativity.
or just like
focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on gratitude. Put together a gratitude journal with your dream journal, and the more you start to recognize the positive aspects in your life, the more the universe will give them to you. That's the law of attraction.
Yes, sir.
So your father's sky card, your masculine card, that would be number 32, and it is an ant, Antoinette.
I'm done. Oh my god. See, Spirit likes to play jokes. Like,
They
I
like
swear.
to make us laugh.
No joke. No joke. It's a joke. Oh
So,
my god.
the male side is warrior energy. Not warlike energy, but rather demonstrative energy. It is the side of you that has the courage to move forward, the part of your being that is the protector of all you create. The male portion of you chooses to move forward into the world and seek adventure to put ideas into action. It can be the father within who is always there to teach and console you, or it can be the medicine man within who knows how to heal you with his shamanistic ways. Father sky relates to the right side of the body, which is ruled by the left brain, or analytical side of the brain. The Father Sky card is the present embodiment of these aspects of yourself. So, what does the ant have to say about Antoinette's masculine qualities? And the ant is all about patience. So, oh tiny ant, your patience grows like the sands of time. Can I learn to be like you, or is it too sublime?
Speaking of Sublime, Sublime's a great band. 'Cause loving is what I got. So remember that. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to.
Antoinette's probably singing the other lyrics right now, knowing her.
Or I'll practice Santeria.
Right.
I ain't got no crystal ball. Okay.
Okay. So, ants can carry a leaf over 100. Let me start over. Ants can carry a leaf over hundreds of miles just to get it back to the anthill. Ants in Africa will strip a forest bare when food is scarce, if it takes them a year. Ants' medicine is the strategy of patience. Ants is a builder, like beaver, is aggressive, like badger, has stamina, like elk, has scrutiny, like mouse, and giveaway, like turkey.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
So every ant in an anthill is part of the ant group mind, as all the ants work for the queen ant and the hive. Self-sacrifice is part of ant medicine. Greater than ants' other medicines, however, is patience. Ant people are active, community-minded folks who see the greater future needs of their town. Ant people are planners, like squirrel, and are content to see their dreams being built a little at a time.
Oh my god.
In today's society, that is a rare quality. In the desert, one type of ant will burrow a conical hole with its apex at the bottom. The ant will cover itself patiently, wait for some unsuspecting insect to fall in. As the sand crumbles, the prey eventually falls to the bottom, only to find ants' open jaws.
Boy.
Ants open jaws. So Antoinette's very talkative. We like to sing. We like to bullshit. We always have open jaws.
True. I think that's just a family trait.
Right. So patience does have its rewards. Ant people have a knowing about the sweet victory at the end of the line. There is never a concern about going without. If they are sure that something equal if what they want is sold out, they are sure that something equal or better is available. If you have ant medicine, you eat slowly and deliberately and are content in knowing that what is yours will come to you. This knowing is good medicine. It knows a trust in the universe to provide. If ants mingered into your spread today, it is time to show a little trust and patience in some life situation. You may have forgotten that you will always receive that which you need at the time which you need it most. If it is not on the horizon or just around the next anthill, you may need to use some strategy. How can you put to use your power of creation until it arrives? Whatever it means to you at this time. Ant is working for the whole. Ant is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are whole, meaning WHOLE, Ant is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are, be assured that the whole wants the same goodness for you and that it will be provided. So basically, what Ant is telling you to be patient. Don't worry so much. Um, Things will come to you when they are in need. So pretty much what Amor and I were just talking about when it comes to the law of attraction, focusing on positive in order to manifest more positive into your life. It takes practice and it takes patience. Overcoming anxiety and depression, it takes patience, it takes work. So you have to be like an ant and also work to overcome whatever boundaries or whatever's holding you back. Um, Whatever's moving you further away from your anthill, you need to start to recognize that and start to bring back your own. I see he's carrying a leaf here. I feel like the ant could be like an empty soul or like an empty vessel, but he still has it within him. And this leaf here is representing his childhood characteristics. This leaf is representing who the ant really is inside as a person. So, what this ant is doing is he's taking this leaf back to his home in order to find out who he is so he could recognize who he is once again. So, just taking a step back, releasing that stress, and knowing that the universe will provide you. Don't worry so much. So, Lizard and Ant, how can we compare these two cards? Do you have anything to say about Ant before we start to compare them?
I'm like, I really love these cards. Like, they're so simple, but they have so much meaning behind it. Anything that like hangs from it, I like that all the feathers are always different. So it kind of lets you know they're different type of birds. As well as the same thing with the what are they called? Not seashells, but reefs.
Yeah, the reef corals.
Corals. Thank you, corals. I'm all reefs. There's just a total reef on here, but no, it's a coral. But having those corals, so incorporating, water, the sand, the land, bones. Like this looks like a smaller antler, so it could be maybe like a new beginning or a new start. Knowing that just because, having to start over or doing something new, like that's not really starting over, like that's still growth, if that makes sense. Being small doesn't mean you can't rise above or conquer.
it's showing that you do have a place in all this craziness. Sometimes we question what we're here for or what we're supposed to do next. Just know that we do our best to contribute to society, and that all our attributes, everything we attribute, whether it's to society as our career, whether we're at work, or whether we're just hanging with family or friends, you always give people something. Everyone you interact with, you give a gift, you give them something that helps them grow their ant network as well. So just know that your work is divine, and you as a person, um, any connections you make are greatly appreciated, and they're part of the divine underground tunnel system, the crazy
Yeah, because if you've
complex.
ever seen an
You're
ant
part of
tunnel
this.
system,
You're part of that puzzle. You have a big important
exactly,
piece.
it all connects. It all leads to either one location or one hive, and like that one location, one hive could, represent so many things, not just like your home, but it could be, your solar plexus,
So
focusing on that.
So she said she looked up 333 yesterday. Yes, pay attention to angel numbers, and even angels that just pop in your head. Even if you don't see them and you're just thinking of them for some reason, look them up. They're usually messages from angels, and they usually coincide with whatever's going on. So these cards, just for your information, ant is 32, lizard is 36. So the threes are really strong.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes too, what people will do.
And also, hold on. So, right. Okay. So 3 plus 2 is 5.
That's fine.
This is 9?
Yeah.
So 9 divided by 3. Wait. 3. I don't know. Never mind. Go ahead.
So he was getting to what I was gonna explain.
Into
like,
the numerology
we're always
part.
like connected, so we get like all excited. And yeah, so 3 plus 2 is 5. So that would be 5. Nope, wait. So then you have 5, right? And then 3 plus 6 is 9. So then you have 9. So you can either do it as 5 and then 9, or you can actually add the 5 and the 9 together, and that'd be like your total number. And you can keep reducing it. Like, honestly, you can do it as much as you want to, or not at all. It just depends. Typically you can Google like just angel numbers. Like, you can Google angel number 32, and I'll go ahead and break down the significance of the number 3 and then 2, and then the number as a whole.
Just play with numbers. It's nerdy. It's fun. It's crazy after a while.
You kind of fall into a rabbit hole, honestly.
So 32 and 36. So 32, ant, patience. Oh, tiny ant, your patience grows like the sands of time. Can I learn to be like you, or is it too sublime? 36, lizard, dreaming. Lizard, will you dream with me? Travel across the stars, beyond the place of time and space. There live visions from afar. So again, I just get that it's working towards your goal. There's somewhere you want to be in life, and I don't feel like you're quite there yet. However, you're on the right track. You're working towards it. It just requires patience and some dreaming. So, um, balance out these characteristics. Perhaps you're dreaming a little too much, or like we were saying with Sarah, have a little too much on your plate right now, focusing on more than one thing. It's time to slow down and be patient like ant. Ant ants take their time. They don't have anything to do. They literally work all day long and just we used to watch ants all the time, so yeah, Just take it easy. Take it easy the way an ant does. Work on what needs to be worked. Take care of the important details in your life. Take care of you first. Take care of family first. Take care of your babies first. Know that whatever you need will come to you when you need it. Law of attraction. And pay attention to your dreams. They'll help you prepare for what's to come next. So that's my Father Sky Earth reading for you, Antoinette. I hope you enjoyed. And we should have just done a Facebook Live call instead of.
It's fine. Whatever.
But this is fine. I recorded it, so I'll send it to you now. You can watch it later if you want. If you didn't catch everything on YouTube.
So, Antoinette, I'm going to go ahead and pull a Native American Oracle card for you. And just like Sarah, I'm just going to read it from the book because it makes all our lives easier and it just kind of quickens the thing. So the card that came out is number 8, Woodpecker. Means opportunity. Woodpecker taps to find nourishing tidbits. As he sounds out his environment looking for treasures, he reminds us that opportunities are everywhere, even where there seems to be no hope, such as in dead trees. Woodpecker is steadfast in his determination. He is also loud from the taps that echo through an otherwise quiet wood to his loud and distinction call. With Woodpecker, Spirit is speaking loudly to you, and you are encouraged to listen. Solutions to some of your most challenging problems are available if you listen. The crystal emphasizes clarity and focus. The message: don't give up after an initial failure. Listen for guidance, stay focused, and maintain your determination. Keywords: opportunity, perseverance, certainty, truth, failures that are really lessons, trying many times, finding treasures in unlikely places. So, this kind of goes back to going with the flow. Where did it say? That Spirit's speaking to you loudly and clear. So listening to your intuition, whenever
your dreams.
Exactly. Like he said, writing your dreams down, keeping a log, where it says, where it echoes through an otherwise quiet wood. Whenever you have just like random thoughts and then you like second guess those thoughts or feelings like, oh, that's not going to happen or whatever, and then it does. So like just listening to your intuition, knowing that, the great divine is always guiding you. Just the hard part is staying positive and knowing that even if hard times happen, like you kind of just fill through that, allow your body to go through those emotions, but then, continue to rise above that. Even if you are loud or messy or people don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, like, how people say like beating a dead horse with a stick, like, why are you doing that? Like
they'll never understand.
Exactly.
Just put your boundaries down.
But that's the thing. Those people that are doing that see your brightness. Like you see all these crystals, crystals reflect light. So it's just kind of finding your tribe. Like we say all the time, you have to find your soul tribe, the people that kind of vibe with you and just kind of get along with you, if that makes sense. So not giving up, old hobbies or habits not are all bad. Like you could always learn from them and grow from them. What else is it too? Like, what was that saying? Someone's trash is another person's treasure. Okay, so I want to keep shuffling this. The next deck is going to be my Dreams of Gaia tarot, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull one card for Antoinette real quick. All right, Divine. What message do we have for Antoinette? What is something she needs to know? Okay. Sorry, I'm all confused. I'm like, which book is what? Okay, so it looks like you have a major arcana, and it's going to be 18 thoughts. So thought keywords, obviously, thought, power, attention, focus, attraction, positivity, negativity, universal law. So once again, cause and effect, what you put out is what you're going to get back. Key phrases, thought creates reality. Thought is the foundation of consciousness. Don't rush your thinking, be certain. Thought is energy. Energy flows where attention goes. Be mindful of the universal laws. Our conscious and unconscious mind in accord. So it's stated as a question. So are our conscious mind and unconscious mind in accord? So once again, like reiterating, keeping a dream journal or a log of your thoughts, things like that. Other phrases: be realistic instead of optimistic or pessimistic. Good and bad go hand in hand. Change your mind, change your life. Do not overthink or speculate. Question the critical mind and speak. Let me see here. So basically, just being conscious of your thoughts, knowing that if you're constantly being negative, like those negative outlooks are going to reflect on this physical realm, on this physical plane. So
it's all a part of deprogramming or reprogramming. We have to deprogram our disbeliefs, what society expects us to become or has forced us to become. We have to let go of those expectations and reprogram ourselves to suit our own spiritual needs, because corporate America sucks pretty much.
basically, let me see.
So they will train us to believe certain thoughts: we're not good enough, or we should be at this level in our life by this age, or whatever. So it's just overcoming that and realizing that everybody's situation is different. And
so the thought, it really just goes back to reflecting on yourself, the duality of things, the polarity, the rhythm, cause and effect, gender, basically how everything has like yin
how
and yang,
everything has
good and
its
bad.
reason, and it's
balance, exactly. It's like Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Like you have, or even with colors, you have your
black and white,
or your opposites, right? What are they called? Shoot.
Your contrast and your
No, contrast.
I don't know.
I can't even think right now. But you guys get what we're saying. We're drained at this point. So I think we're all getting but thanks again for joining us.
Yeah,
Antoinette and Sarah, that was awesome that you guys let us do some live polls.
Thanks for letting us pull cards for you guys. So just balance those energies. We were going to go into a meditation video after this reading, but being that we didn't get too many viewers tonight, we'll probably save that for another night. We're still trying to figure out how we could reach more people. It doesn't seem like this YouTube video picked up as much traffic as our Facebook Lives usually do. So maybe next time we might try going live on YouTube and Facebook instead of sharing the YouTube video to Facebook. I don't know. We're just learning. We're like ants. We're learning all the details and trying to work out everything still. So shares and likes are always appreciated. Thank you for joining us on this Small Business Saturday. Donations are always appreciated, not required. If you can't do it, times are hard. Don't feel like you're liable to. Um, yeah, this is just what we do. This is the business we're trying to start. Anything helps, especially with my massage practice, supplies, everything like that, sanitation products. They're not cheap. Gas, traveling. I'm serving the whole San Luis Valley. I'll put up a map of my service area soon. We can now be found on Yelp as well.
Hey, leave us a Yelp review.
Leave us a Yelp review if this has resonated with you. The meditation and exercise video related to that we were going to do tonight relates to tonight's readings, being that it is whole brain integration, balancing feminine energy, feminine, masculine energies, left and right side of the brain, whatnot. So I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to go get some water, pee, smoke, see if our bellies need anything.
And we may or may not be back.
We may or may not be back.
If not, like, we're definitely going to do more lives.
We'll definitely do that video at some point. I'm thinking at this point that I'll just do the meditation video, and Maura could join me if she wants, but I'll try to do that meditation video tonight anyway, and we will try to get it posted either tonight or tomorrow at some point. But be sure to watch it because it goes with today's reading. You should look into TikTok. It seems to be a good way to reach more people these days for small businesses. Sweet. And after so many followers, you could go live there too.
Hey, that's smart. All right, thank you, Sarah.
Cool. Thank you for joining us.
That's crazy she said that. Look, I legit just re-downloaded TikTok. And I was like, I guess we're doing TikTok now.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out for the whole time. We know it could get a little redundant listening to other people's readings, but thank you for being interested.
Yeah, I mean, it just gives us something to do. It gives us,
And also, I like to say, the people that come together for live readings like this, I feel like we're always connected in one way or another, and we could actually learn from listening to each other's readings. I feel like we all kind of relate and resonate with each other, particularly when we all have readings together on the same night or whatever. So, yeah. Spirit works in mysterious ways, people. But thanks again. We're going to go. Have a great night. Much love to everybody watching. Take care, everybody. You can find all our information in the description. Please look forward to our future events. This Sunday for Cyber Monday, we're going to try to get more viewers, more people to notice us by doing another live video. We're going to do readings that day. We're not sure what type of readings. I'm thinking maybe Archangel Michael. And we are also going to talk about ways to protect ourselves. Smudging, essential oils, crystals, stuff of that nature. And it is also Cybersecurity Monday. And our bodies are kind of like computers. So we have to keep them from getting unwanted attachments, viruses, downloads, unwanted downloads, basically.
Energies,
so you could look at our bodies in the same way of a computer. So we're kind of going to use that hashtag too, because why not? So hashtag Cyber Monday, hashtag Cybersecurity. We'll be back with another video on November 30th. And then again, December 8th, I'm not sure what day that is, but December 8th, we'll be doing another live video using my ET Experiencer Oracle deck, which focuses on paranormal experiences and ET contact. And I think her Universe Has Your Back deck would go really great with those cards, as well as your mom's, the one she's been using.
I can't remember what they're called, but we're going to use them.
The white feather or whatever. Also, I don't know, but they have pictures of white feathers. I don't think that's what they're called. But anyways, all those decks go great together. So join us. The events are on our Facebook event tab, so hit going so you're reminded, and we will see you all there.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Have a great night. Peace. Love you guys.